What's up, sarsaparillas? It's your girl Sassy J, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, guys. It is time for another Love Island review, and we're on episode 21. But before I get into the video, guys, please give the video a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. Please subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you get updated every single time I upload a new video. So guys, Medi is gone, and my girl Whitney, she's spreading her wings, and I like it. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we see her grabbing Zachariah. Okay, I honestly feel like there could be something there. I mean, she was the only person he kissed in the challenge, right? And he did say that she was like a little baddie. You know what I'm saying? And he did kind of compliment her on her body, and he did say her kiss was banging. So there could be something there. I mean, I feel like there was a lot of chemistry, but let's see, because he did say he was enjoying this chat tonight, but he said let's chat again tomorrow. I feel like he's kind of saying this because he's not even quite sure what's going on with the Kady situation. But if I was to be completely honest with you, I don't think there's anything going on. I don't feel like him and the Kady situation is gonna go anywhere. She might want to step up now because she see Whitney kind of approaching the situation, but I honestly feel like him and Molly had way more chemistry. I'm not gonna lie. Him and Molly was more compatible than him and Kady. There's just nothing. They're like opposites. And I feel like, you know what? Opposites do attract sometimes. But let's not put too much pressure on Mother Nature, okay? Because, honey, there's too much going on. Global warming and all that kind of stuff. So let's not put too much pressure on that, okay? Because at the end of the day, sometimes when things are not working, they're just not working. And it might just be her early days, as they say, because the boys have been saying to him, like, I think she's feeling you. But Zach is saying, no, I don't think she's feeling it. And to be honest with you, watching them around the dinner table, honey, I agree. She looked like she'd rather be somewhere else instead of being sat there next to him on the table. I don't know what's going on, because they did kiss. You know, he got his kiss in the end. Yes, they got it in bed. And she didn't even tell the girls that they kissed. But Zachariah confirmed it, which, but they don't know that long time comedy seed. So at the end of the day, nobody me. But he did confirm it. So they should have felt something, because they said it's in his kiss, that's where it is. Oh yeah, so maybe it's a kiss. Maybe she kind of thought to herself, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I feel like she might still want to pursue the whole Ty and Scott situation. I don't think she'll get very far with Ty if she does try it, to be honest with you, because I feel like Ty is at a place now only Castro Moore can like trigger him. I don't think any new girls coming into the villa will make a stir or turn his head or nothing. I don't think that would happen. I mean, I think Castro Moore being away from Ella, that could cause some drama, but he will still, I don't see him like swapping with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see it happening. Obviously, we see Ella saying to him, listen, if you're trying to be an F-boy, you can be an F-boy somewhere else. And to be honest with you, she is right, because at the end of the day, the fact that now he said he's closed off, if another girl comes in and he's trying to play in it, I will tell you the same thing. Leave that man alone if he does that, and I hope he doesn't, because I'm such a Ty person. Like, I'm feeling Ella and Tyreek. I really am. I'm feeling Ella and Tyreek, and I feel like, especially since he said that he's closed off, because Tyreek has been the cause of most of the drama in the situationship, if we were to be honest, okay? And that's because he's just had his wandering eyes and his flirty ways and whatever. So since he decided to close off, things have been good, and just to watch them like laughing and looking so loved up, I love it. I love that for them. Like, I'm not gonna lie, they're probably one of the most solid couples. And in terms of solid couples, dare I say it, Montel and Leah, I'm not gonna lie, they way up there, guys. They literally way up there. Talking about Montel, so Whitney did pull Montel too, and obviously they were taking a piss with Leah, trying to egg the girl on and all that kind of stuff. They wrong for that shit. They wrong for that. But at the end of the day, it was funny anyhow. But Montel, it's obvious that he's into Leah, and he's made it quite obvious before as well to Whitney, you know. But the fact, what I didn't like, what he said, he's like, oh, when Leah was talking to him, and he was like, oh, I know she probably wished that there was more. Honey, don't get ahead of yourself. She's not wishing. She just came to talk to you because the girls were saying go for it. Like, she could tell there's no vibe. She don't feel the vibe. Do you know what I'm saying? It's one thing with Whitney. She gonna be honest about the vibe that she's feeling and the vibe that she's looking for. She was 100% zoned in on Zach. Do you know what I'm saying? She only went to talk to Montel because the girls were saying why not. Do you know what I'm saying? So I didn't like that bit. But anyhow, I do like the whole, you know, thing with Leah and Montel. I feel like you know, they could go someplace. You know what I'm saying? They could go someplace, because at the end of the day, I see the eye contact she's giving him. He's giving her back the eye contact. They look like they just want to be all over each other, like they want to kiss each other's faces. I mean, she said to him that he makes her nervous, and you could tell that he's literally just like obsessed with a girl. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they can be very like a strong couple. Do you know what I mean? There's somebody to look out for. Like, I'm still kind of like not sure about the whole Scott and Catherine situation, only because of Scott. And I think, do you know what it is? I think maybe because Love Island's not showing us more of their romance, because we're not seeing what they, you know, what they get up to. We're not seeing a lot on their story. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like that's what I need to see. I need to see their story, because what I'm saying now that I don't see whether they're like there's anything much. But maybe because we're not seeing it, because we're not seeing anything. Do you know what I'm saying? So maybe that's something that Love Island needs to do. They need to start showing us, you know, the conversations with different couples, so we can see and get a picture of what is what. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, guys, I am rooting for the whole Zach and Whitney situation, because I feel like, look at them. They had the banter, and my girl full of chatted. Hey, listen, Whitney mouth sweetener. That girl got some good chat up lines, because she was reeling him in. She like threw that hook out there and just like, yeah, I'll catch me a big ass fish. You know what I'm saying? And I think he likes it. He likes it. But I think this whole situation with Kady, I feel like it's more like of who Kady is, why he's interested, and not because, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, because let's be real, I honestly feel like I'm not comparing them in that sense, but I honestly feel like with Molly, there was more of an attraction. You see what I'm saying? I think they looked better together. I think they, yeah, granted, they probably didn't know much about each other, but they looked good together. With Kady and Zach, they looked out of place. They look mixed match, and it's the kind of mixed match that don't really go well. You know, you can mix some odd pieces together and they look like they were like born to be like that. Not Kady and Zach. No, it's not the situation. So I really don't know. I hope in tomorrow's episode we'll be able to see a bit more of Whitney and Zach, and let's see if there's anything there, guys. At the end of the day, Medi's gone, and she needs to get grafting, or she needs to be more open to meeting other guys, and she is doing it. And I just hope they send in a nice sexy guy as well that she could probably go for, that will go for her as well. Because at the end of the day, it wasn't happening with Medi. And I know some people might think, oh, you know, now she's single. To be honest with you, her being single does not make her less safe than her being coupled up with Medi. Because at the end of the day, if it's time for her to go, it's time for her to go. Because look at Molly. Molly was proper in a couple, and she went, didn't she? Okay, so it's best for her to just be on her own until somebody comes in, or she finds something, another connection with somebody else. That's all I'm saying. Because with Medi in the picture, she would have not been opened up to it. She would have not wanted to, because she's this loyal person. She wouldn't want to, like, and she said it before, I like to be like tunnel vision. If I'm getting to know somebody, it's just that one person. So at the end of the day, she would have not given anybody else a chance. And that's what happened with Montel. She shut it down so quickly in the early days, and then now it kind of backfired in a sense, because now he's kind of like focused on Leah. Do you know what I'm saying? But anyways, guys, before I go, let me touch on Sammy and Jess. Now, Sammy and Jess had a conversation before Mal went, right? And here's this thing. This is how you know that Sammy is just all about the game. He just wants to stay in, because he had to go and make it very obvious. He had to clarify. He had to be more specific to say to Jess, listen, I'm glad we had that conversation before, because I don't want you to think I'm only like on you now because Mal is gone. You would not need to be justifying this at this stage, because you know the conversation you had with her. So you would have not needed to do that. You would have not needed to say this to other people either. Furthermore, the conversation that he had with her, he said to her he'll think about it, right? And then he went to Mal and he told Mal that he's completely want to focus on Mal. So at the end of the day, he might be fooling them, but honey, you ain't fooling us, because we be watching you, okay? We be seeing your every move. We see when you hop back and forth like you're playing hopscotch. So at the end of the day, he's trying to act like, you know, he's always been open to the idea of Jess, when the last few days he's completely closed it off. He just hasn't really said it to her, because he's trying to keep her kind of like open in case anything happens. Do you know what I'm saying? You would not need to go and say, oh, you know, it's not because Mal is gone. Do you know what I mean? You wouldn't need to do all of that. You wouldn't need to. It just doesn't make any sense. And obviously, Jess is happy, because the girls were asking Jess, how do you feel about the whole situation? And she's like, well, you know what? everything's happened for a reason. And when the girls were like saying to her, what is the reason? She's like, because it just wasn't meant to be. I was just like, girl, you're right, but at the end of the day, I still feel like this guy's not for her, because I feel like he's not going to be able to love her the way that she deserves to be loved. But hey, people can change, things can turn around. Maybe he'll find it in his heart to fall in love with her in the way that we want him to fall in love with her. Hopefully, I don't know, but it is what it is. But anyways, guys, that is it, really. Let's see what tomorrow brings. I am rooting for Whitney and Zach, but let's see. I don't know. It depends on what Zach is feeling about this whole situation. We know that Whitney is interested. I feel like Zach's been flirting, and I feel like there could be potential, but only time will tell. Let's see what tomorrow's conversation is, right? And then if anything, we'll revisit the whole Zachariah and Whitney situation. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. As usual, if you haven't thumbs up the video, go ahead and thumbs up the video. And also, if you're new to the channel, you know what time it is. Subscribe. Thank you, guys, and welcome to all my new subscribers. Respect. Thank you so much for deciding to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I appreciate it, guys. But anyways, guys, I'll see y'all in tomorrow's video. But for now, keep it sassy-licious.